Assalamualaikum kepada semua hadirin di luar.
Welcome slam.
Yeah, so we got four Muslim guys, four Muslim boys. No diversity, of course, but
Absolutely not.
at least we have diversity in our hearts. So today's topic is we're gonna talk about something a bit bit Malaysian lah. It's a very Malaysian topic. Today we're gonna talk about what kind of stories have you heard about Bomohs or black magic in Malaysia? Sihir gelap.
I'm sure the one thing everyone knows most about is Mona Fendi lah kan.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Mona Fendi was probably the big one, right?
Mona Fendi was Tatiana before Tatiana became Tatiana.
Pasal Tatiana.
Pasal Mona Fendi.
Dude, if she comes if she comes tonight to fuck you up, it's on you, okay? Pokemon Australian.
Hey man,
Did you guys end up watching the movie about
Dusun?
Yeah, I think it was called Dusun, right? Or Dukun, something like that.
Dukun lah, Kima. Dusun is a race of people.
Same thing.
Kadazan Dusun, bro. Fucking.
You learn something new
if they're not
every
Malay,
day.
they don't count as people, huh? That's how it works.
Oh my god.
Excuse me? What are you calling me, Irfan? What are you calling me?
I call you nothing. I said nothing. I'm just saying, if you're not Malay, you're not a person. That's how it is.
Fucking dog.
This is
I'm no represent.
Irfan was just in UK for how long? Like a year, I think, and he's already coming back with Brexit attitude.
Fucking Brexit, bro. What? UK exiting Europe?
Right, man. White is right, bro.
Back to I got a segue back to Bomoh. So maybe like you guys can share like if you guys have any stories regarding any experiences with your family members or friends with dark magic or Bomoh shit, you know?
So I had a friend. Her grandma was quite ill for like a good week, and she gradually got like worse and worse like as the days go by, you know. They went to the doctor, nothing was going on. Doctor said, "Oh, nothing's wrong" and all that shit. So they got Sasla. So they called like Ustad in, and Ustad claims that the grandmother got possessed. And I just like to add some context that the grandmother is not really frail, but she's thin lah. During the exorcism, right? The Ustad said that, alright, so this devil that's possessing her right now, he's pretty strong, you know? So they were like, alright, cool. So let's go do this. So they lay her down on a mat, and yung baca doa, air suci, air zamzam, all that shit lah. And they took the leaves that they bunched together to like smack. So they started smacking her from her toe all the way to her head. And as they were going up slowly, she started screaming in pain. Like, she described it as...
She got hit with a stick, bro.
No, I mean, she described the pain. No, not the stick itself. There's still leaves on it. And they're just like brisking it. They're brisking it on her. They're not like smacking her with it, you know?
Because I was going to say, that's not an exorcism. That's just some plain ass torture.
So, okay, I think I chose poorly with my words. I meant that they were brisking her with the leaves.
Right.
Like, they weren't smacking her.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So, from her toe all the way up to her head. And as they were going up, she started gradually, like, screaming louder and louder. And she described it as, like, getting jabbed with needles and shit, you know?
Oh, wow.
I mean, if I'm not wrong, lime leaves don't have needles on them.
Yeah.
So, they started, so as she started screaming, they went for, like, round 2, round 3, like, toe, head, until all of a sudden, like, her voice turned raspy, and she started, like, screaming. Like, she sounded like a dude, or like a generic demon would sound like in an Exorcist movie.
Or a designer.
Yeah.
Or a designer who smokes, like, 10 packs. Or real estate agent.
Right.
So like, she goes off, and she stands up, and the Ustad tries to pin her down, and the Ustad gets pushed, like, halfway to the room, because all of a sudden, this skinny grandma has the strength of 10 men. So the rest of the witnesses that were like watching the exorcism, they all stood up and went to pin her down, and all
Mm.
8 of them were struggling to keep her on the floor.
Oh shit.
Wow,
And she
the
was.
yeah, the story was so good that they cut off the audio.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
your
cut
audio
off
at the
at
end
just
there
at the
got cut
peak.
off.
Okay, where did I
Man,
leave?
I was at
Where
the
did
edge of my
I?
seat, man. Fucking hell.
Like they were struggling to hold her down.
Oh yeah, they were struggling to hold her down. So like she starts yelling like oh you can't kill me, you can't leave or anything like that, you know. I'm like
Mm.
I mean I wasn't there, but I felt that, you know, I felt that shit. Dude, like, cause I'm a strong believer in like there's ghosts and shit, you know, because I truly believe that there's a plane of existence that we are yet to understand or we're beyond fathoming yet, you know. Because I've had experiences with personal experiences with these things as well. I guess it sort of runs in the family because sometimes I can see them, but I'm mostly able to like feel them and hear them. Like
Does that mean that you're never alone? Like when you're
tech,
jacking off, does that mean like you can always see?
Yeah,
like I could be beating my meat, like I could be busting
Right.
down, but you know every once in a while I see a lady at the corner of my room and I'm like, can you not? You know,
wow.
straight up the guy like stressed already, like fuck, I just saw a ghost, I need to beat my meat, and he's like beating it right, and the fucking Ju-on is like crawling from the vent, and she's like, what the fuck?
But you know, like
That's
I
true.
kind of like hard to imagine like a ghost actually like judging your porn choices. Like, damn, this guy's on hentai, huh?
It's not just ghosts. Think about this: your grandmother, your ancestor, whatever. They're looking down at you, and they're just like, "What the fuck is my grandchild doing, man?"
Dato, aku
No,
minta
no,
maaf,
dude. Let's
ah.
be real here. Let's be real here. Some of our grandmas grew up in the '60s. They saw some shit.
Oh yeah,
Some of
dude,
our
for
grandmas
real.
got the dick, dude. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, grandma.
Fuck me, man.
Grandmama,
Okay, okay, for real
if
though.
you're
You
hearing
know,
this podcast, I'm so sorry.
About Bomoh, right? I think back when I was a youngin, a teenager, around 13, 14, I was living in Bangsar, and it was a terrace house, but we had a pond, a pretty big pond, because my stepdad at the time he loved koi fish, so he had a collection. So my mom, who lived there, she had a friend who is working as at the time was a director, I believe. I don't know if you guys remember, I think about a decade ago, maybe perhaps, it came out in the news that there was this stuntman for a movie who died on set, um, after they were doing practice runs a lot. And each practice was perfect, but when the camera started rolling, he did it and he died. So at the scene, my mom's friend, he found a fish. It was a fighting fish, in the longkang where the accident happened. So he took it. He took a plastic bag, caught it, and then took it. But he crashed at my mom's place, and then he dropped the fish in our pond, and then he fucked off. So after that weird shit started happening at our house. We got, I mean, the younger kids that came over, like my mom's friends' kids or my cousins, they would see shit at night. They would see people, they would see a woman. Um, and for me, I'm a big, what's the word? I don't really believe in this shit, but when I actually heard stuff being moved when there was no one there, I started to be like, oh, all right, this is odd. This is pretty not chill.
Mm.
So
yeah,
my
that's not
mom,
normal.
yeah,
That's not
exactly,
normal.
right? So
Yeah.
it got so bad that it started to not just disturb the kids, started to disturb the adults as well. And then it got so bad to the point that our maid at the time, she refused to go and get out of her room because she was being bugged or disturbed a lot. So
Mm.
my mom calls a specialist. She has some friends who do a lot of traveling to sacred places around the country. So they always have these advisors, religious advisors, just to like help them navigate the places properly or respect the place. So she calls up this guy. I forgot his name. I swear to God. She calls up this guy, and he is like the best of the best, apparently. Um, because earlier during this time of these events, my mom knew that it was the fish. because paranormal activity, always happened passively around the pond where the fish was. Like our fish started to die, except for that fish. So she actually like crawled into the pond and tried to get that fish out. But every time she went in, the fish would disappear. So this guy shows up at my mom's house, right? And he does the same. He says a few words. He walks into the pond. He takes a plastic bag. He just dips it into the pond and lifts it up, and the fish is inside the bag. And then like my mom was shocked because like every time she tried to do that, the fish would just disappear. So the guy doesn't say anything. He just walks off our property. He just walks out of sight, and then he comes back without the bag. And then he said, "All right, job's done. You guys are not gonna get disturbed anymore." So we're like, "All right," and that's it. Like simple as that. From my take at the time was that there's actually like a close society, and there's like rankings. So like, oh, this Bomoh for this occasion, this guy does exist. Like legit people, you know? Yeah.
No, they definitely.
That's my story.
Well, to follow up on your higher society thing, but I know that
Right.
there is a group of people who go to particular people who have jinns with them, and basically they are life aligners per se. So apparently, what you do is that you go there, you sit in the center, and you're surrounded by these like jinns apparently, and ustads. Well, quote unquote. I don't even know if they're legit or if this thing is legit or not, because I heard this from an old friend I used to work with, and he would tell me that you just go there, you sit, you tell what's wrong with your life, and apparently they fix it. And this comes hand in hand with products that are quote unquote not of this world. Like I'm talking like a bottle of gin oil or some shit like that. And they'd have like writings that you've never seen, labels that you've never seen before, and all that stuff. It's really fucking weird, dude. And the type of people who would go there are like higher ranking people, like top dogs.
This is when I was younger. I should say I'm from Kelantan, huh? So like black magic and all that shit is kind of, because we're very close to the Thai border. There's a lot of kind of I guess you'd call it propaganda about black magic. And this was when I was younger. One of my cousins, I think, but she was quite older than me. One of my cousins got very sick. Okay, she was a mother, and she had kids and all that. She got very sick, and the doctors had no idea what was going on. We didn't know what the fuck it was. And the thing is, with my family, we don't really suggest black magic straight away. Like we're a bit different in that sense. So like we went to doctors first and all that. They couldn't find out what the fuck it was. Blah blah blah. And one of them suggested, well, none of this is working. Might as well go to the Bomoh. So they did. And the Bomoh said that it might be a jealous co-worker who's, trying to make you sick.
Oh, Melayu
And
dengki!
Yeah, lah.
What is that sound? It just came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that's my dengki alarm.
Yeah. No, but that's what it was. That's what it was. It straight up was that. But like coming from a Bomoh, so they like trusted it. So it was just like, okay. Apparently it was. Apparently there was like a jealous coworker who was like sprinkling some shit on her desk or whatever, like before she got there, and was making her sick. And it was like, I don't know what the fuck it was, because honestly, it just seems to me like she was being poisoned, right? But
It
of
could be
course,
asbestos.
I thought it was like asbestos or like arsenic or some shit, fucking something lah. But they were just like, no, it's black magic, and I'm like, no, I don't think it is.
I feel
Like,
like
yeah, that was.
yeah, I feel like in Malaysia you can
Yeah.
use black magic as an excuse for everything. Like,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
sorry I cheated on you. It was black magic. She gave me some like
Dude,
nasi kangkang or
No,
something.
dude, but like,
She put her vagina blood in my rice. I couldn't do anything about it.
yeah,
Do
nasi
anything
kangkang,
about
it.
nasi kangkang, man.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine if Drake
But that
was born in Malaysia? His songs would be so weird. Man. What, nasi kangkang and shit.
But I don't know. It's like it feels very weird. Like where we if Bomos and black magic and everything is so powerful,
Accessible.
accessible, then why isn't it used more often, right?
You know, there are some things that we cannot explain that happens in this world because things just happen, and there's multiple plausible explanations for such things.
Right.
Could it be some like pocong jumping around and he bumped into you? That's why you jatuh and drop your Slurpee. Or maybe you're just a fucking dumbass and you dropped your Slurpee.
Okay.
That is such a specific situation, I mean.
I mean,
Like I drop my Slurpee. I'm like,
As an
pocong.
Has it happened to you, dude? Are you trying to like justify something that happened
it
recently?
happened once. It was a hot day. I waited so long. I was like, Ma, can I go get a Slurpee? She's like, wait lah. And then like 2 hours later, I was like, Ma, can I go get a Slurpee now? And then she's like, yeah, go fucking go for it. I go and I jatuh the fucking Slurpee, okay?
The fact that you
Pokemon.
can memorize the details of this mundane
Yeah.
incident and contribute it to a ghost, that's amazing.
Dude,
I'll
I just
be honest,
remember.
man. It sounds like you're still really annoyed about it. Are you okay?
I still am. I still fucking
You wanna
am,
talk
dude.
about it?
Wow. Yeah, you want to talk about you want to talk about this puchong that knocked down your Slurpee?
Dude,
You seem really angry about it.
I wanted that Slurpee so
Like you
bad. dude.
donkey.
And then, okay, dude, you know what flavor it is? It's the limited edition red flavor, okay? They don't even produce it anymore. It was the last time I could have tasted it.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of like if you believe it or not, you know. Like if you
Like,
guys watch,
yeah.
you guys watch Skeleton Key? Yeah, like
Yeah.
so what happened in the movie was that she is in New Orleans and she's like then there's all this voodoo stuff happening, right? And at the end of the movie, she doesn't okay, at the start of the movie she doesn't believe in voodoo, right, and all that. So and then all this shit starts happening and she starts like getting into it. And at the end of the movie she does a circle and it's like, oh, I put in this protection circle because I believe in this voodoo shit that's going to protect me from your voodoo shit, right? And then the bad guy is like, oh, actually, we've been trying the whole time to try to get you to believe in voodoo because voodoo only works if you believe in it.
See?
And then
Ignorance is a
Okay.
bliss.
yeah, and then the circle she built is actually supposed to transport like her soul and the bad guy's soul together. So you know, because she believed in it and the whole thing worked. So
Well, thanks for the fucking spoiler.
I mean, I was not gonna watch it anyway. It's a 2005 movie.
I wanted to watch it. I'm looking at the IMDb right now, you
Just
cunt.
read the fucking plot, lah.
Fuck you. I'd rather fucking watch it. I don't read. Fuck reading, bro.
Alright,
No, it's like that movie with Anthony Hopkins where he becomes like a priest, and then he gets like possessed, and then his student has to exorcise him. At the end of the movie, the demon speaking through Anthony Hopkins is like, do you believe in me now? There is no God. And then the guy is like, yeah, I believe in you. That means I also believe in God. And then he
Jesus fuck.
Damn, son! Fucking bad.
That's one of my things I can't get over. Up to that point.
That
And I'm like, what
sounds
the
terrible.
God? Is this CSI
Sounds
Miami?
fucking
Jesus Christ.
terrible, dude.
Wait, what cancer did Steve Jobs have? Are they hand cancer or something?
The iPhone X.
Pancreatic cancer, la dumbass.
iPhone
I
X.
mean, I don't know. He uses an iPhone all the
Hand
time. He might get.
Hand
Oh,
cancer, wow. Malaysian education system, fucking phenomenal. Hand
Pancreatic
cancer.
cancer.
dude, he's always tapping away at his iPhone, man. Who fucking knows? What cancer did?
This microwave radiation from this iPad are fucking my hand.
Oh, he had pancreatic cancer. Alright.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, because he left his iPhone near his pancreas, lah. That's why.
No, he ate it at a press conference.
He
The
ate
pancreas
his
is. No.
iPhone.
Where do you think the pancreas is, dude?
Pancreas down there. You know, like at the stomach around there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not close to Steve
It's a
Jobs.
weird place to put
I don't know
phone,
Steve
man.
Jobs, so I can't be sure where he puts his
Let's
phone.
save this for another episode.
So just for our viewers out there, do you think Steve Jobs died from pancreatic cancer because he put his phone too close to his pancreas? You decide.
No.
Comment.
Or
put in the
did he
comment.
get hand cancer?
Yeah, or did he have hand
Who's
cancer?
next?
Put it in
You
the comments
decide.
below.
Hand cancer. Fuck that.
Who's that cancer? It's hand cancer.